Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, let's tell you about this. Opponents of Brexit are staging a rally, a people power rally, they call it, to push for a referendum on a final exit deal. It's happening in London this afternoon, and I think we can join the actor, Sir Patrick Stewart. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Nick.
What is this People's Vote campaign about?
We want the people of this country, with all of the new information that now exists about what Brexit actually means in economic terms, in security terms, in political terms, what is involved. And when all of that is known and acknowledged to be true and confirmed, then the people should have a vote, a people's vote, and hopefully, of course, there will be a vote in Parliament as well. Which will confirm the fact that the people are being given another opportunity. Because the opportunity that they had back in 2016 was a false one. It was one that was fed by disinformation, untruths, and outright lies that created an atmosphere that was toxic. This time, should this come about, and it's what we're all campaigning for, and we have a huge and very, very enthusiastic audience responding to what is being said here this afternoon in Camden.
Aren't people fed up with referendums and elections? Yeah, aren't people fed up with referendums and elections? You know, we've had several over the past couple of years.
Yeah. Yes, well, we're not talking about another referendum here in this instance. The first thing that would happen would be a full parliamentary vote. That is something which is essential. You cannot move ahead with something as important as any decision that's been made in this country for many, many years without having a proper debate and a vote in Parliament.
And how will that get to Parliament? What are the steps required?
Well, doing what we are doing now and finding that there are enough voices in Westminster. We have representatives from the four major parties here. Well, the Lib Dems, the Tories, and the Labour Party, and the Green Party as well. Caroline Lucas is here. And there is common enthusiasm and understanding for the absolute necessity of this parliamentary vote to go ahead, and we are hoping that they can, and with the support of the people of this country contacting their own MPs, that vote in Parliament will happen.
And briefly, what would Jean-Luc Picard have to say about this?
Well, I've already mentioned that in my speech this afternoon. There's no doubt that Jean-Luc Picard and Charles Xavier would have voted Remain.
Indeed.
And why? And I'll tell you why. Because they are people who believe in the common interest, who have always had at heart the needs of everyone, not just an elitist few. And that's what this campaign is about.
All right, well, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed to Patrick Stewart for joining us this afternoon, telling us about the People's Vote campaign going on right now.
A group of MPs, peers, business leaders and celebrities came together today to launch a campaign to give the public a vote on the final Brexit deal. Those backing the People's Vote, launched at an event in London this afternoon, say it's not a rerun of the referendum and the public must be given the chance to either accept or reject Britain's Brexit deal.
An anti-Brexit pressure group launched a campaign today to demand a referendum on any final deal for leaving the EU. Around 1,200 people attended the launch of People's Vote, a cross-party coalition of MPs and figures from business and entertainment. Organisers claim people are being shut out of the debate on Brexit.
Now, a new anti-Brexit group is to campaign for the public, not just Parliament, to be given a vote on the final deal negotiated between the government and the European Union. Known as the People's Vote, the group aims to unite all the anti-Brexit groups. Jenny Longdon went to their launch event earlier today.
Putting her slogan on the side of a vehicle, we've been here before, but this time the group campaigning is anti-Brexit and want to have a say on the final deal.
You've put your campaign message on the side of a vehicle. Is that tongue-in-cheek?
Well, this is a bill poster, it is not a bus, but ultimately this is about people, and you're going to see this message in every single part of the UK, in areas that voted Leave and Remain during this whole process. But ultimately what this is about is ensuring that every single person in the country actually is involved in voting on the Brexit deal.
They've already done that, though.
People voted to start the Article 50 process, to start the departure of the UK from the European Union, but they haven't actually had a say on the way in which we leave the European Union.
Originally we were part of an economic trading union. It was a good idea and it made sense.
Pro-Brexit campaigners turned up to have their say at the North London launch of the People's Voice campaign. Their message: Brexit is happening. Get over it.
So it's definitely a case of British public, they're there, you voted the wrong way, you've got to keep voting again until you make the right decision.
The British public didn't know exactly what it was they were voting for, so they should be given a chance.
You can say that of Remain voters as much as you can say it of Leave voters, for one, and secondly, I think they kind of understood.
Nearly 2 years since Britain voted to leave the European Union, and more than 1,000 people are turning up to this event today to talk about a second vote, showing that emotions are still running high and many people believe they still haven't had a proper say on the issue. Among them, comedians, cross-party politicians and their big-name star, Sir Patrick Stewart.
We have to get enough voices in Parliament so that there can be a debate and there can be a vote in the House of Commons and in the House of Lords. That's what we're campaigning for, and initially that's what would happen.
These campaigners hope celebrity and people power will work, but the enthusiasm inside the bubble of this North London club isn't shared by the two main political parties, meaning the dream of a second vote on Brexit will likely remain just that.